Well, here it is. I started feeling a little better and had a decent burst of energy, so I put the front calipers on, tightened up the suspension components, and then put the wheels and tires back on. So she is on the ground right now. Haven't taken her out for a rip yet. Gonna do a once over, just make sure I didn't forget anything. I also changed the transmission fluid. I put the MT90 in there. But yeah, she's pretty much solid right now. There is one thing I wanted to show you guys. Let me pop the hood really quick. Good to know that still works. So, if you watched my previous videos, let me set this down really quick. You would know that I've been chasing a alternator charging issue. So I thought it was the alternator. It was not. I'm not sure why I didn't do this test sooner. I was just being stubborn, but I took my multimeter and pulled the alternator plug off, that plug right there. It had 12 volt, but it had no signal from the signal wire. So that's why the alternator wasn't charging the battery. My cluster is also not working, but the bulb, the battery light bulb that like completes the circuit, or however this is wired, works. It's the only thing that works on my cluster right now. So I think that's all kind of tied together. I don't think my cluster is getting power. I'll have to check that, but my way around it, my kind of temporary solution to make sure the battery's charging while I'm driving, so I can at least take it out, is I jumped power from the 12 volt source to the signal wire source on the plug. That little red wire there is just me jumping the 12 volt to the signal. So I turned it on. Sure as shit, the battery was reading like 14.5. So the alternator is charging the battery now while the car is on. Before I jumped the plug, it was just reading 12 and a half, and it would just go down because the alternator wasn't charging. So if you ever run into that, a temporary patch that you can do is just jump the two together, and it'll trick your alternator into charging the battery regardless of whatever fucking circuitry isn't working. So yeah, super stoked on that, because now I can take it out and not worry about being stranded. Although I think me giving it the signal and me jumping the 12 volt to the signal might have drained the battery when the car was off, or I just have a bad battery. I'm pretty sure this battery is bad. My charger has told me that the battery is bad a couple times, but I've just like bypassed it, and then it started charging the battery anyway. So I'm pretty sure this battery is shot, but I don't know, just a warning. But if you need to go somewhere, or you just want to take it out for a rip and you're having a charge issue, as long as it's not your alternator, you can jump the 12 volt to the signal side, and it'll trick the alternator into charging the battery. So, yeah, not sure what kind of disclaimer I need to give, but doing so, you'll be doing so at your own risk. If you fuck your car up, it's not my fault. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just showing you how I did it, and that there are options out there to prevent yourself from getting stranded. So yeah, just wanted to show you guys this update, because I know we've been waiting for this for a long time. I think a couple months ago I said I'd hope to have it on the ground in a couple weeks, but obviously plans changed, health kind of changed and set me back a little, but here we are, back on the ground. Super stoked. It looks good, looks really good. I'm actually kind of proud of the fitment. And I haven't fully adjusted the suspension yet, but it's sitting pretty nice in my opinion. That fender flare is like taller and bigger. That's why the rear looks like it's sitting down more than the front. Not sure if I can get back far enough, but it's sitting pretty even. It might actually be lower in the front. So I know it doesn't appear that way, but there's no like reverse rake to it. So yeah, it's dark outside, otherwise I'd pull it out. I will pull it out. Scoot up the stairs, Sterling. Go, go, go. I will pull it out eventually, and that'll be for another video. I'm super excited that I'm at like the detailing point of it, because there's actually really nice paint under this like almost matte shit all over the paint. But yeah, you can kind of see like that there's no real paint damage. It's literally just like years of mistreatment and years of not being washed or properly detailed or cared after. It wants to shine through, it's trying. It's got a couple spots, but the rest is just like literally like a matte finish because it's been mistreated so bad. But yeah, even just a wash I think is really gonna make a big difference. But I'm not sure I'll make a video on me detailing it, but I will definitely do like before and after, just cause it's gonna be a huge difference. But yeah, not really much else to say at this point. Just super happy. And yeah, all this is dirt. Because remember, if you remember or you go back and watch my older videos, like from earlier in the year, as soon as I got this and brought it home on the trailer, I literally pulled it into the garage, put it on jack stands, pulled the motor out, and got to work. So this hasn't even had a wash yet since I got it. So I'm super stoked to be at that part. Really looking forward to taking my time on that. It's coming together. I don't know if you guys remember how I got the interior, but the interior has come a decent amount too. Still needs to be cleaned. I think I mentioned in an older video that I had some leather S13 seats coming. They're still stuck in Georgia. The dude was trying to send them on a Greyhound bus, but I guess their schedules are all fucked up due to this COVID bullshit. So I might be getting a refund. Kind of bummed. I really wanted black leather seats in this, but it may not happen just because I'm not gonna wait, because God knows how long the fucking shit's gonna continue. So I don't want to have that money tied up when I could be using it for other stuff. Speaking of which, I'm not gonna reopen the hood, but when I was trying to bleed the brakes, I noticed that I think my booster and my master cylinder went bad. Of course, that's my luck. Shit just happens on these old ass cars. This is an 89, it's older than me. So all the old shit you touch pretty much just breaks on these chassis. So just be prepared for that. So I spent $200 and got a new brake booster and master cylinder. So I'm trying to think of what's not new on this car, honestly. Not much, but that's what we were going for on this build. Originally, back when I made my first video about this, it was how to do an SR swapped coupe the right way, with a decent budget. Like, I'm not balling out of control. So this is like an everyday person that makes an okay living, how it should be done. So yeah, I think we're getting close to it. Obviously, it's not the prettiest thing in the world. That's the next phase, but there's some good parts, especially motor and transmission wise. I bought the best parts my money could afford. Yeah, just, you guys have seen the videos. If not, I encourage you to watch them. It's entertaining to watch a motor be pulled and put back in, at least to me. But yeah, we're at 10 minutes now. I'm not gonna drag it on too much longer. I know I tend to do that, but I hope you guys are as stoked as I am to finally see this freaking thing on the ground. We've been through a lot, especially health-wise, so it's feels good to get it where it is. There was a point where I didn't think I'd be able to get out of bed for a long time, so yeah, just happy to be here, happy to be able to work on the car more than I was able to. Hope you guys are staying good, staying healthy, hope your family's good, hope life's good. Hope your spirits are doing well. I know it's some people aren't able to see your friends and your family, so just keep your head up, do what you can. But yeah, I got my little buddy with me. So the next one will probably be me either cleaning it or taking it out for a test ride. Both things I will make videos of. Not sure when that's gonna be. Like I said, I'm just taking my time. As I get energy here and there, I knock stuff out. So yeah, if there's anything in specific you want to see about this chassis, let me know. I still am gonna make a video on the Tacoma that's sitting outside. I still have not driven the Macan or the G500. I'm not sure when I'm gonna do that. Also, seeing this on the ground makes me not want to get rid of it at all, so I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board on that. So yeah, now we're at 12 minutes. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one.